Hello everyone. You're on Rugby Pacifica channel. If you're first time visiting Rugby Pacifica channel, welcome to our channel. If you're loyal returners, thanks a lot for the love and welcome.
And it's the US Eagles in white. They kick deep from left to right. New Zealand let it bounce. Leroy Carter is there. He's such a tough customer. Is Leroy Carter. All action from the restart. He's like the tax man and he'll make you pay. The All Black Sevens. First touch, first try. Carter is in at BC Place.
Well, Dallin, it's a nightmare again, replayed this weekend for the U.S. But that young man, Leroy Carter, is something special. Right off of the kickoff, he feels this going backwards and just really kind of spins his way out of one tackle and into some open space, and the U.S. just doesn't have the gas. You got to imagine that match last night and then another one in overtime this morning has really taxed their nervous system.
That's right, these two sides met on Friday in pool play. New Zealand won 52-0 as the lawnmower comes out from Leroy Carter in celebration. 7-0, New Zealand lead. Mike Friday, though, in the USA. We're hoping for better fortunes in this game. It doesn't start their way, but Thomasine takes it now for the US Eagles. We mentioned that sudden death game. They beat Fiji. Perry Baker scoring the winning try. Esdale got hurt, but he's back on the field. David Still from the crossover program, the American Raptors program in Glendale, Colorado. Football pass over the top. Danger ball for both sides. Oh, and Weber picks it up. Joe Weber gets the second try for New Zealand, and it was awkward from the US.
Yeah, it seems like David Steele just kind of forced that. He wanted to make things happen. Probably should have given up the pass much sooner, and likely a rugby pass would have been a better pass in this situation, but he tries that long football pass, and Weber is right there on the receiving end to gather it.
Well, New Zealand scorching their second try here. Stop 7 of 11. We'll pack our bags for Hong Kong and Singapore, and then Toulouse and London. This is a 5th place match, and 12 zips so far. McGarvey Black goes to Thomasine. Spits this one down the ground. Talatusi's there down the short side. To Aaron Cummins, Chicago Lions National Sevens champion in the United States. He's driven to the ground by Collier. Talatusi, quick ball to Stevie Thomasine. Boalau goes on the outside. Naima Boalau. Nice outside gap. Still loses it though in the tackle.
Time off, please.
Oh, this is not good for the U.S. David stealing so much this cover.
Yeah, he's riding around in pain there. The big tackle there on the American player, and Roderick Solo was the one that put the hit in, the 21-year-old. New Zealand reading some newer players. Another one of these, Fehi Fineanganofo, the 20-year-old. And New Zealand, well, back-to-back gold medals in Sydney and Los Angeles. They won 2 silvers before that in Cape Town and Hamilton, a bronze in Dubai. Sees them ranked first on this HSBC World Rugby 7 series. Still 4 stops to go, as you mentioned. Points, of course, at a premium for these sides as they look to qualify for the Paris Olympic Games, and of course to win the series. Time Australia winning for the first time last year. Fehi, amazing to see them come up against all the odds and claim the title.
Yeah, hats off to Australia, but you know, take a looking at the standings now. It's this team in black that's before us, New Zealand, that holds a really strong pole position, literally 21 points ahead of Argentina. And then you take a look here, U.S. is really down in the ranks, number 8 with 69 points. Got their way to go over the next 4 stops.
Argentina will contest the final against France, looking for the maximum 22 points. Bronze will be Ireland and Australia. New Zealand women will come in later today too. They play Australia in the Women's Cup final. As as they dominate the women's side of the series. Sammy Dixon is there with his side. New Zealand flags are flowing here. It's been an epic weekend here at the HSBC Canada 7. It's the 9th time we've been here north of the US border. Perry Baker has come onto the field. Speed stick there as David still our thoughts with him.
Come on, please.
He's got that smiley face on his headgear as well. Hope he's all right. He has really been in form for the last few weekends. But it's New Zealand with a 12-0 lead in the first half. Ball in midfield for the try scorer, Weber. A bounce pass for Roderick Solo. Goes against Esdale. Finally drags him to the ground. Carter. Good ball for Collier. Collier finds Fineanganofo, the youngster, 20 years of age, in this All Black 7 side. Ho-ho! Look at him go! That is a finish of note from nothing. Fehi Fineanganofo scores his very first try in a New Zealand jersey on the big stage.
Yeah, Fineanganofo just threaded the needle there. You see he ran a little bit to the right, and Sam Dixon offers some deception on the defense as he just cuts up the field. Thomasin's back was turned, and D'Amore could not keep up.
Out of the Auckland Grammar School, joined the New Zealand Sevens program in 2021 on a development contract. An impressive youngster that joins Clark Laidlaw's side. And that's the third try for NZ. Kick sails over. It's 19-0. Fineanganofo, 105 kilograms in each motor. Down the middle goes McGarvey Black. Aaron Cummins collects. Played with the Dallas Jackals in Major League Rugby in the United States. Thomasin, the muscle man from San Fran, looks for Perry Baker on the angle. Baker surrounded by black jerseys. It's a bounce pass to Fualau. Does really well to avoid a couple of would-be tacklers, but then Collier picks it up. Oh, Collier! Get out of town! Outrageous bit of skill. And Ngarohi McGarvey Black capitalizes for New Zealand.
And New Zealand, one of the best transition teams in the world, both on their men's and women's side. Show it here, showing their worth, putting pressure on defense. And that missed pass there, off the ground, goes through Thomasin's hands, and ooh, just fancy, into the hands of McGarvey Black.
Set up from Dylan Collier in his 47th HSBC World Rugby Series event. 50 total, of course, sparked that. Nailed the conversion as well in international sevens. 26 points to nothing. It is like they did on Friday against this United States side. They are finding the gaps at will. They won that one 52-0. But the US have possession here to close out this first half. Adam Channel's on the park. Baker sets up a contact point just short of the halfway line. Esdale in midfield, normally on the wing. Floats across field. That's a forward pass.
And the errors continue to mount for the US. They cannot catch a break. Quite frustrating for them. They've had 4 handling errors in this half alone. And you cannot commit those types of errors against a perfect form of New Zealand.
Together with the missed tackles as well. Has them down by the 4 tries. New Zealand set piece, tap and restart their favorite ways of scoring. Ngarohi McGarvey Black debuted in America, Las Vegas in 2018, gets the wraparound. Roderick Solo points, says I want it, and that's why. Solo against Esdale, and there is only one winner. New Zealand have their 5th in the first half.
Yeah, I think US sucked in on that too much. Perry Baker got caught inside, and his last-ditch effort was to try to put his hands up and disrupt the passing lane, and that was not enough. Solo, all the speed, all the tries.
All smiles in the first 7 minutes in this fifth place game. It is New Zealand that are leading this one by a big score against the United States. At halftime, they lead 31 points to 0. They trail 31 points to nothing. 5 first-half tries for the NZ Sevens have them in the lead. 13 series points on the line. Aaron Cummins with possession. Former track star and wrestler as well. Perry Baker on the outside, the speed stick. As he's done countless times. Rewinds it back as the US look to go in the middle again with Cummins. D'Amore on this near side, tries to wriggle free from Solo and then carried over. Quick ball for the All Black Sevens. McGarvey Black, the bounce pass to Collier. Weber on the outside, and New Zealand are just cruising in this game. That's his second. And NZ have their sixth.
Yeah, the deja vu for the U.S. from Friday, I think, is in full effect. But credit to New Zealand, they're just taking advantage of any opportunity to quick on the transition and just push the ball out. They waste no time.
The thing about New Zealand is that if there are points on offer, they will take it. It doesn't matter what game it is, it doesn't matter who they're playing. 56 points to nothing. It's another statement performance from the side. Yes, they're not in the cup final as you would normally see them, but Joey Weber and his side will take these 13 valuable points in the series. The number 1 ranked side. Dixon. And Brady Rush looks on, he's off the bench. Son of famous Eric Rush. Ball bounces to the ground and is hacked through by Tupawala for the United States. They need to take something from this game as they build towards the Asian leg of the series. Rush now finds his captain. Weber with a classic little outside move. Rush there links up with Dixon. And now Collier against Perry Baker. Clatters his way over the halfway line. The All Black Sevens. 56 up their lead. Rokolisoa, the Rocket Man, turns it in. Whipping it out to Rush. He finds Collier on the outside. Another good step. And the offload to Dixon. A basketball pass to Rush is there. Plenty of opportunity here for New Zealand to strike again. Weber looking for a hat-trick. He will go through for New Zealand. All Black jerseys surround him. And it's another excellent try from NZ.
Yeah, they're just such magicians at moving the ball and working it, moving this U.S. defense out of character. And McGarvey Black there with the little stutter step and that pass in right down the middle, that vulnerable place for most defenses against this All Black Sevens team. 98
tries for Joe Weber. Hat-trick against Samoa Sevens. He's got 3 right now as well. What a player he's been. 49th tournament. And it's 43 zip. He'll go to this side, all smiles. An unbelievable player. And what a performance the last couple of weekends. USA, side coached by Mike Friday, who had unbelievable success over the years. Just seemed to stumble against New Zealand this weekend in a big way. There is Mike, still smiling.
Well, that's questionable.
Just kidding. No, he's an unbelievable coach. Capgemini Coach of the Series in 2019. Of course, it's a rough one, this game. But that's the nature of sevens, though. Sometimes it works out your way, sometimes it doesn't. They had that double extra time game in the quarterfinals, which really tied the legs, losing to Ireland 15-10. Then winning in overtime against Fiji, 24-19 in the 5th place semi-final. Gone are the easy games on the series. Uruguay doing so well as well, beating Fiji. Here comes Rokolisoa, the Rocket Man! turns it back in. It's a lovely ball to Moses Leo. And it's all class from New Zealand.
Yeah, that change of direction is everything for New Zealand. They're just so good. They're so good at everything they do. Every time they get the ball in hand, much like last weekend, anytime they crossed into their opposition's 22, they scored. And this scenario is no different. And that nice switch ball asks questions of the U.S. that they simply cannot answer.
Well, this New Zealand side without Andrew Newstubb, Kitioni Vai, Regan Ware, Sione Malea, Tim Mickelson and Tony Nashu. The youngsters like Leo coming through though and are playing some excellent rugby. Roderick Solo's another one and we keep seeing on the score sheet. Cody Melphy is on the field for the United States. Down by 50, Adam Channel gives it to Baker. No room to operate. They know how dangerous the speed stick is. Melphy, the US Army player, over the top again to Baker. Bit of space for Perry. Nice pass on the outside. Channel is there in support. He floats one over the top. There for Melphy. Here comes Malachy Esdale now. Esdale, ball in one hand, gives it. Beautiful pass. D'Amore after this one. Gavan D'Amore. His mom was in the stands last weekend. She'll be celebrating this one as well for the US. They're on the board.
Now that was an impressive passage of play by the U.S. Started with Perry Baker keeping that ball alive. The behind the neck, or the behind the back pass rather. That no look. And then the U.S. just moved it to the left side of the field. And Isdale with a nice assist. D'Amore running for his life into the corner.
Oh, it's a great finish from him. The man they call the chicken smoothie. One of the craziest nicknames you'll see. Not sure why he would blend it up and drink it anyway. Kick goes over. And the US strike finally against New Zealand. Their first try against them this weekend. After losing out in the pool as well. 50 points to 7. Final play in this 5th place game. Bronze medal, Ireland, Australia for the men. And then France, Argentina, the cup finalists, will go at it to close things out today here at BC Place. Amanaki Nicole gets a nice switch to Roderick Solo that leaves it behind. Double knocks.
First by Black.
We'll bring the end to this game.
White.
And it's another massive win for New Zealand against the United States in their rivalry. They win the 5th place game by 50 points to 7 against the US.
Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to leave a comment, hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed, do consider subscribe. In that way you guys are encouraging me to work on more new videos and keep you all entertained.